gotta get it together, man. Zay, Sav, Marvin, yeah. Buffalo, New York streets where them guns are blasting. Young assassins running packs and keep them extendo clips of the pump action. Where once kids laughing and backflipping on mattresses, now they bandits with ratchets that stick you faster than cactuses. Growing up in broken homes, leaving them with broken souls. Some saw their mamas beat, left with their black eye or broken nose. Some fathers abandoned their children. Suckers broke the code. This produces adults with a wicked heart that's pumping cold. I was one of those. Look back and I'm petrified. Using them difficulties to feel my sins were justified. That's just a lie. My decisions were my own. I testify and confess that I was just a man filled up with selfish pride. Everyone that sets the bad example will be judged. Christ has shown us the way, so will we repent and will we love? If you're hearing this, it's guaranteed that you have sinned. And if you truly turn from evil, guaranteed you'll be forgiven. Some of us were adulterers, even murderers, swindling extortioners, liars and thieving burglars. Like the children of Israel in the wilderness, were murmurers and complainers who do evil then claim that God deserted us. Isaiah 65:2 already tells us God always had his hand held out the man, but we're so rebellious, could have easily rejected us because our ways are selfish. But God is love, he decided to show his grace and help us.
I wonder what it's gonna take for us to acknowledge how much we need you. How much we need you. I wonder what it's gonna take for us to abandon all of this evil.
Yeah,
all
for real.
Evil.
Sacramento Valley, them alleys, traffic and plenty ride. Plastic on the hip and the trash bin, stashing that mini chop. The beef is crucial. They will feed and tube feed it to you. Ain't a street that's neutral. Niggas are leaking noodle on any block. Semis popping broad daylight in front of the middle school. To prove some he yanked on his rally for something minuscule. Brain fragments and stomach acid off in the gutter. Gang task, school superintendent calling his mother. Tragedy leads to blasphemy. Now we wanna blame the Lord like he's the reason we heathens, and we ain't on the same accord. We curse him, we don't worship him. We rather see his name destroyed. Why? Cause next to him we can't get famous, cause our name is void. We love to fuss. Sin has us too blind to see his love for us. We're lustful and so covered us, but he covered us. Took our sin and suffered much, brutally mutilated in blood for us. But if we deny him, we end up frying, cause his love is just. How many times must history repeat? It's like we've given up the fight cause we too afraid to see defeat. But he will never lead us wrong. He is strong when we are weak. I got no time to be discreet. I'm out here trying to feed your sheep. No race divides, your grace provides. We have all abused your grace and contributed to Lucifer's movement to see the youth erased. They feel that they are nothing. They grew up in such a brutal place. The playground is empty and the cemetery's losing space. Man's depravity is so sad to see. My people's royal legacy turned into tragedy. But if we'd return to Christ, he'd set the captives free, and no force would ever hold us down, not even gravity.
I wonder what it's gonna take, for us to acknowledge how much we need you. 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 I wonder what it's gonna take. Wonder what it's gonna take. All of this evil. All of the evil. All of this evil. I wonder what it's gonna take. What's she gonna take? Acknowledge how much we need you. Oh, acknowledge how much we need you. How much we need you. Oh, how much we need you. Yeah. Wonder what it's gonna take. Oh, I wonder what it's gonna. Wonder what it's gonna take. Wonder what it's gonna take. All of this evil. All of this evil. I wonder, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yo, what's good? What's good? God bless y'all, man. What's cracking with y'all out here? Y'all bless y'all. Hope your families are well. Hope you all are in good spirits. I'm not in such good spirits this evening. not totally torn, but a little bit distressed, pissed, biased, upset. And there's a few different things that tug at my mind in the city that I was born and raised in. Never lived anywhere else all my life for almost 50 years. You feel me? And I've seen good and bad in this place. The majority of my love and hate has happened all right here. People I sinned against and those who sinned against me right here. You understand? And there is hope, but hope isn't simply based upon blind faith. It's also predicated upon what we understand truth and possibility to be. If you can't understand where I am tonight, and if you can't take how real I'm about to get, you might want to leave, because I'm going to offend some people as much as I effort to encourage some people. It might be Buffalonians who don't like what I got to say tonight. There's going to be some people who just want to concentrate on white supremacy, and that's all they want to hear about that young, deranged Caucasian male who drove 4 hours away from another part of New York, purposely came into one of the poorest communities in the United States of America and committed a mass damn murder. And I'm pissed. I wasn't even in town when it happened. My phone started going crazy yesterday, and over the last 36 hours, for anyone who has reached out to me and I haven't responded to you yet, please forgive me. I'm not the most well-known person, but I'm known in a lot of places. I've been getting reached out to from all across the United States, let alone some places outside the United States that have heard about it. And it's people who listen to my music or listen to me teach, and they know I'm from Buffalo, New York. And I appreciate the concern and the prayers. It's people reaching out to me, and y'all don't know not one person who died yesterday or was injured. 13 people were injured, and 11 of them died. And all of them who died, as far as I understand, were so-called African Americans. I feel like cussing a lot, but I got to hold my tongue. One, because this is social media, and number two, my grief and my worry still is not a viable excuse for me to just be utterly profane at the lip. But if one or two slip tonight, please forgive me. So I shared this. Actually, let me do this. I'm going to do this for both sides. Salute to everyone tuning in tonight from Facebook. Those who are tuning in on YouTube, those who might tap in here from the Clubhouse app. Most High bless all of y'all. But I'm pissed. And for all of those who claim to represent the kingdom of Yah, and you call yourself doing the king's work, how much busier do hearing stuff like this make you want to be? Because after this camera go off and after y'all don't think about this no more, I'm in this city. My preaching of the gospel, my baptism happened in this city. So for many of you, this will be another thing you heard on the news. But guess what? I ain't gonna be no damn hypocrite. I've heard a whole bunch of stuff like this happening on the news over the years. And in 1 minute, your heart go out when you hear it pop up on the news, and an hour later, you at the basketball court or at the movie theater with your family, or quote unquote, going grocery shopping, whatever you was planning in your day when you heard something happen 1,000 miles away from you. You stop a minute and you like, man, this world is getting crazy. And you keep going about your day. So tonight is going to be a little bit more personal, because once I hit end on this broadcast, there is work that is being done and still has to be done in my city. You understand what I'm saying? And so does it have to be in yours. How involved you are or aren't really depends on how your heart or mind is moved or not to go and get involved in a more physical and frictional, kinetic way than just your prayers being with the things happening in your city. A lot of people don't give a damn about no little ashy city, Buffalo, New York. They don't. It's a lot of people who could care less. And guess what? I understand, because where most of you are, there's a lot of people who could care less about the city you grew up in and the place you are. And if this rose was reversed and it was somebody else, like, condolences to the city of Houston tonight, the city of Milwaukee, Wisconsin, Friday night, and California today. In the last 4 days, there has been a major mass shooting in 4 cities in the United States that's been reported. So I'm not up here tonight waxing unique. But for those of y'all who tuning in right now, y'all get to hear me run my mouth about my city and my town. And it's going to go way deeper than what happened with this evil, this great evil yesterday. That is on the corner. It sits on one block that hugs 2 corners, that small plaza. That is Riley and Jefferson and Landon and Jefferson. And now that store is going to be closed. I don't know when the hell it's going to open back up again. And what make it so profound, for those of you who don't know, this is going to go way longer. The outcome and the recoil on the back end from this is going to be profound. Do y'all know that was the only damn grocery store on the east side of Buffalo, New York? Tops Friendly Markets. There used to be one at the other extreme end of the east side of Buffalo as you go to meet, beginning to go into South Buffalo at Bailey and Broadway. Once once white people moved out of that hood over the last 25 years, and blacks started to dominate that hood, that grocery store closed. And on the other far extreme end, way down Route 62, we call it 6 Deuce here in Buffalo, Bailey Avenue, way at the other end in the University District, right across the street from the University at Buffalo Southern Campus, is another Tops Friendly Market. That store, salute to Mayor Byron Brown. He ain't a perfect mayor, but damn it, he's a mayor. And he's done a lot. Whatever his flaws are, I don't really care about it right now. That man put a major bank. He was a part of helping 10 years ago or more when they opened this top. Y'all, this grocery store only been open for 10, 12 years. Because the east side of Buffalo, New York is coined a food desert. That grocery store was championed by a black mayor, other grassroots activists in the black community, along with banks and stuff in the community, to put a bank in the middle of the hood and a grocery store. Now that store gonna be closed for a while. And I got people reaching out to me today, churches in that community, who are now trying to put together a food bank because fresh fruits and vegetables, y'all, outside of that, right across the street is a damn Family Dollar. And then the few corner stores owned by our Arab brothers and sisters. Other than that, there is no place for people in that community to shop. And they got to get in the car and come all the way to the other side of Buffalo where the colleges are. That's where the big Danny Wegman stores and all of that is. So now this shooting goes much further. There are people who won't get fresh fruits and vegetables and bulk food because they can't go to that grocery store. So tonight, I'm going to be taking up offerings. Anything given to me tonight is about to go to this effort that I was called while I'm driving back home with my wife today. Salute to the saints of God. And I piss on anybody who got something to say about the church. This ain't just about no damn Israelites who believe in Yeshua. While they believe in Yeshua, I got so-called Orthodox Christians who are friends of mine calling me, telling me how they're mobilizing. You got to remember, the Orthodox side of Black church culture has been the pivotal engine in the Black community since the end of damn slavery. So while a whole bunch of people gonna talk tough online, guess who I'm gonna be outside with? Sunday Christians, Seventh-day Adventist Christians, and Messianic Israelites, or Israelites who call themselves Christians as well, who are gonna be in the community outside today. You know who going to visit them families in the city who people died? Church leaders. So you could be as cynical as hell as you want about your theological disagreements and who deep in the scripture and who know it not. But damn it, when it's time to show up, who gonna be the people that's really gonna show up on the people's door and say, we here for you? Huh? That's who I'm impressed with. Everybody else, shut the hell up. If you are led tonight as I get into this long-winded diatribe, then I'm going to say to you, look at the ticker on the bottom of the screen for those of you watching through YouTube and Facebook. And it gives the couple ways. I got Cash App. You could do it through the Super Chat. No, don't do nothing through Super Chat. Anybody who want to give tonight, if you do give through Super Chat, because that's your only way, praise y'all. But I want to give directly. Any money I'm going to get, I'm going to go and take it to basically my homie who the deacon of a church, and his pastor is unquestionable to me. And I'm going to take them whatever I got. Other people in places I'm going to reach out to outside of me streaming live who hollering at me from different cities. Yo, Zay, you all right? Your people all right? And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to give them whatever it is. Y'all remember just 6 weeks ago, I was able to raise almost $1,000 in the one night from those of you who gave to that brother, that Israelite brother, Akmalak, whose grandfather was ruthlessly stabbed to death in Moreno Valley. I believe it was in Moreno Valley in California. And we came together just about 5-6 weeks ago. And y'all, out of hearing about a Hebrew in trouble, not even him directly, but unfortunately his father, his granddad, and his family. Y'all Hebrews and other believers in Christ showed up and sent me almost $1,000 in one night for that family. And y'all think I spent the money? No, ask him. That money got sent to him that night. And other people were donating through their GoFundMe and all that. So if any of y'all want to give tonight, y'all go ahead and y'all hit that Cash App, y'all hit that PayPal, and if all you can do is Super Chat, that's what you do. I'm not holding nothing against nobody. My condolences to them families in Milwaukee Friday night outside the arena at that basketball watching as their team was playing, and gunfire erupt and 3 people, I believe, may have died right there. And then that same night, I believe in retaliation for that, it extended into the city. What part of the city in Milwaukee? The urban part of the city. And there were 3 other shootings connected to that shooting. Then I wake up to the news of what happened in my city. And then today, coming in the house at roughly 5 o'clock, what do I hear? The shooting outside the Fresh Market in Houston today. Mass shooting. And then somebody run up in the church and start shooting people in California. And people out here believe they got time to argue with people about a goddamn, is God one being who manifests himself in 3 ways, or is it 3 persons that make up the Godhead? I don't give a damn about none of that. When it comes to this, that argument doesn't prove you have the love of God in you. You out in the community serving those who ain't got nothing to do with your religion, those who can't give back. That's where you proving. Me nor any other Negro you hearing that speak eloquently, and y'all hear us debate and argue, Our debates and our ability to give great arguments do not prove that we are the servants of Yah. It do not prove we have the heart of Hamashiach. The scripture tells us Satan is wiser than Daniel. And John said, you believe there is one God? You do well, because the damn devils believe it too. And they shook. So, if you don't know, now you know. It's your brothers at Akban Israel, a.k.a. the God Hop MC, hashtag just the best of nobody special, a.k.a. Young Chimney, because I'm made for that smoke, hashtag hookah for heretics. The dojo open tonight, so y'all come on in. Take your shoes off. I'm already in a sweat. Y'all heard boards being hit when you came through the door. So check your sock game. Make sure it's on point and start your warm-up katas, because we're about to get it in. Salute and thank those of you that I see. Thank you, My Life Totally, Brother Ernest Higgs, Ruckus Buck. Thank you all so much. Keneal Roberts, how you doing this evening? Shalom. Unorthodox Daughter of Zion, bless you, Queen. Always thankful for your support. Pray you and your family are well. Ricardo Jenkins, was good with you? Salute to you. Queen Felicia, what's good, sis? How you doing? Student of Review, Shalom, King. My Life Totally, once again, thank you for your prayers. And I'm telling you, people who see this is going to mean a lot to them from my city, more than it probably has ever before. Thank you, Sister V Love. Your prayers of comfort are welcome to me personally, and anyone from my city who might see this, I know that they'll be thankful. What's good, Hezekiah? Salute, SB Hezekiah. Gladys Wilson, shalom. Tina, hello, hello. Now, this is a sister who I believe is in my city. Look at what she say, y'all. We literally dodged those bullets yesterday. She was there. I know another sister, saw her. It's a sister who I've known for over 12, 13 years named Fragrance. I believe she works at Tops. Her daughter works there. They were in the store running for their lives. Her daughter hiding behind the cash register. Her and other people in the back of the store trying to get out the damn back door. I'm looking at the news from wherever I was gone this weekend, and I'm seeing, damn it, people I know. The guy, the black heavyset guy, y'all may have seen him around the country now. He's telling the news cameras how he had a conversation with the young Caucasian male the day before, because he was there casing the store. You hear people with thoughts he may have had help. Y'all, we don't know how many times he came to Buffalo. He was actually in Buffalo Friday. And when I seen the guy who was talking, it made me shake a little bit, because I know who that guy is. And I'm right now, praise Yah, I have my own construction company, me and my partner. And right now I'm doing a total remodel of a house at the corner of Riley and Maston, which is literally 1 block down from the store. And damn it, just last week before I left town, 85 degrees out here. My son and another co-worker, they leave like, hey, we about to go to the store and come right back. And damn it, where you think they walk to go get their Gatorades? That's literally a 4-5 minute walk from where I've been rebuilding a house that was a burnout. I've been working there for the last month. Damn it, my son was just in that store Thursday, because I left town Friday morning. One of my sons worked with me. How the hell y'all think I would have felt if that would have happened Thursday, and my son and a co-worker along with other citizens of my community in that store? That's Cold Spring, Maston District. I grew up there. That's Riley Street. Damn it, I lived 10 years of my life 2 blocks over on Northampton Avenue. Salute to my brethren from the Yeshua Knesset. Literally, for those of y'all who might know me from being with Brother Judah and Brother Tim and them, the Knesset is 6 blocks down. So that it really hit home, because it ain't just anywhere in Buffalo. It's where I be. I literally live 6 blocks from that store. And every week when I got off work, I would stop in there and spend money. I lived there for 8 years on Butler Avenue, which is 6 blocks down from that. So when I tell y'all how I feel, I'm a Buffalonian, and damn it, that's my hood. Literally right across the street from that store is people who can tell you they remember me from when I had dreadlocks and we would stand in front of the library, the Frankie J. Merriweather Library. If they turn the cameras around, you're going to see a library at the next corner. That's where we did our street ministry all the time. We're known for being out there. I just pray, y'all, that the families and the loved ones who still are in the land of the living, it's about to be 10 damn funerals in my town, 11. And I pray for the recovery of the other 3 victims who are still recovering with serious gunshot wounds. I pray they don't succumb to them. So I'm gonna wax poetic about my city tonight, but it's not unique. That's what's so damn wicked. What I'm about to say is any hood USA. Y'all think I felt any different when over a year ago you had some man, some racist cat run up in El Paso, Texas, and run up in a Walmart and start killing blacks and Mexicans? It's just, it hit close to home, but that was on the news. That's way in Texas. I'm in New York State. Heart going out like, yo, look at how people is being gaslit by their political divisions and all that. And y'all think that this fake crap about people talking about CRT, y'all, turns to people talking about the woke mob. Damn it, do you know woke is a black term that come with the black power movement and civil rights struggle of the 1960s? Don't let people take the word woke and try to make it mean something else, because I don't give a damn what y'all say. When people use them words, they're not just, it ain't got nothing, ain't nobody thinking white folk like that. That's a term that comes from the black struggle for freedom from oppression and the desire for true full equality to the fullest extent of the law, or better laws made to bring forth true equality. But unfortunately, laws, if the laws of God can't make men righteous, then the laws of man won't make men righteous. What does the Bible tell us will bring forth righteousness from men? The renewing and transforming of the mind. You could pass as many damn laws as you want, and if people don't change their minds, if their consciences don't change toward their fellow man, you could put 1,000 more laws on the books over the next year, and it ain't gonna change nothing. Maybe if people get caught from crime, some will rot in jail longer. That's about it. This is the truth. So let me show y'all something. I'm so damn heated. I'm hot now. I'm sweating a little bit in my room. You know what I mean? But I want to show y'all something. I want to salute Tyrese Johnson. Thank you. Thank you. I know you upset, fam. We all are. My bro Ashta, love you too, homie. Sister Tina, you know what I'm talking about, right? Right? Because you from here. You were there. What would some of y'all feel right now if y'all heard I got killed yesterday at that damn grocery store? So for me, my wife get on the phone because she was with me out of town. She start calling family members. She got cousins who live literally right around the corner. And then we got people whose children are living right across the street from the store. Literally, they could literally leave out their house and walk across the street to the damn store. If something would have happened to me in that store yesterday, it would have been a whole bunch of people torn, and ain't nothing they could have did about it. And I'm gonna tell y'all this: the one thing that made me happy out of all of this evil, when I first heard it happen, and then it was confirmed it was a young Caucasian male, I am so glad that that young man was not from my city, because Buffalo is one of the top segregated cities in the United States of America, and it's young murderers from my side of town who would have stopped trying to murder each other for a couple days just to try to go to the other side of town and with some false sense that revenge for what some young white man came from South Buffalo, which is predominant, that's the predominant white part of our city, where our Polish and Irish brothers and sisters and the average Germans and Italians live. Yeah. And if that man would have been from that side of town, I'm telling you right now, you got dum-dums who would have felt that they need to go in. What? Make our side of town feel better? Nah. Y'all gonna start a damn race war in the city because ethnic violence can spark off at any minute. And I'm telling you, I know some of my Caucasian brothers from South Buffalo, and they not having it either. They gonna shoot back. Y'all, a lot of y'all don't know about this city. Y'all don't know about the ethnic divide here. Y'all don't know how damn racist it can be here because it's up north. It's in New York State. People don't necessarily think of that type of thing when they think up here. They might think deep south first. They'll stereotype that to the deep south. It's some places in the deep south that are much less segregated than Buffalo, New York, than even Chicago, Illinois. How many of y'all know Chicago is still one of the top segregated cities in the United States? Salute, Brother Alexander. Stephen Desi, salute. Rochester, New York, right up the block. Yo, salute to them Griselda boys. I appreciate Westside Gun and them putting out there, hey, send your prayers up for Buffalo. And then, of course, you know, you got cynical people. But they care about this city. They sinners from Buffalo just like me. You heard? Ivory Pleasant, salute to you. Stephanie M, welcome. Big bro was good with you. Pit the Palace. Azaria Yahoo, salute, King. Your spirit bothered, I know. Davion was good with you, family. Graceful Living Roof, what's good, Brother Michael? Salute to you. Salute to all my brethren down in Atlanta. Once again, thank you, Ruckus Buck. Ernest Higgs. What up, son? That's my son right there, y'all. That's my biological. That's the flesh of my flesh. That's my son, Elijah, right there. What up, man? Love you, man. I know you got worried when you heard what was happening, and you had hit me up saying, yo, what's going on? Because you way down in Georgia. But we all right up here. But it got cats on edge. I got, you know, yeah, I don't think y'all understand. And I do, so I'm just talking, not saying what y'all don't understand, but I'm just talking from my heart. I'm getting pictures and stuff from young men in my family who like, yo, man, we don't know what the hell going on, but we ready. And they letting me know they holding. And they holding, unfortunately, in this wicked world, they holding right, if y'all understand what I'm saying. Salute to my bro, Nino Light. What's good with you, King? Yeah, that's my bro, Nino, out of Cali. And when I go to California and I tour, and this is one of the brothers who I hit the streets with in his own city, in the cities around him, it's the same thing in Cali. It's just when I'm in Cali, it's supreme gang culture on a whole nother level. But salute to you, bro. Love you, Hog Mobbing. We will donate, bring food out of towners getting cancer treatment dependent on that. Tops on one of them. Salute to you, Sister Tina, and thank you. And the word will be going out there. So as more official sites and information come, I will share it out on my platforms. I'll even jump on live and wax poetic. So anyone who want to help, you know, you can. You know, if you want to help little old Buffalo, stuff like this going to be happening. Houston, California, what happened in Milwaukee Friday night. It's communities. Our communities is just suffering, man. And what pisses me off is the unfortunate high rate at which it happened in urban communities when it ain't got nothing to do with some damn so-called white supremacists coming into the community and shooting guns and 4 or 5 people dying at one time. I don't think y'all know the level of violence that's been happening in this little city. Because it's a little city. Who the hell think about Buffalo, New York besides the Buffalo Bills and something, losing 4 Super Bowls, right? But I'm going to show y'all some stuff tonight so y'all can understand what we're dealing with here in Buffalo, New York. And I want Buffalo, New Yorkers to put this in your mind as well, because this is going to pass. This too shall pass. And it was people living in that particular community who was already afraid of other things happening in that damn community before what happened yesterday. Old women in that community who don't like sitting on their porches in the summertime. Right in that same community. Y'all want to talk about that? Huh? Y'all want to talk about the young boys running around there recklessly shooting? Didn't 2 boys just get murdered 3 blocks down from that grocery store on Dodge Street last week? Buffalo? Huh? At the same damn time. 36 and I think 21 years old. Blicked up and sitting on the porch. Niggas ride by, start shooting. Just literally 3 blocks down from the grocery store. That same grocery store. I'm telling y'all, it's people in that community who was already afraid before that young white male came into that community. He's arrested. There's going to be a trial. More than likely, they're going to throw him under the prison. And that's going to be that. And unless dudes get their hands on him in the prison system, you ain't going to get no sense of vengeance with your own hand. But guess what? More Negroes going to get killed in Buffalo, New York this year by the hand of Negroes in that same neighborhood, let alone other parts of that of my city. And what's crazy is it's not just a Cold Spring Maston district, because that's that area. That's Cold Spring neighborhood. It's not just about that, because it was about, this is the narrative. This white male came from where he came from and came into and harmed the black community of Buffalo. Well, damn it, if he came and harmed the black community of Buffalo, I'm tired of the self-sabotage that's been happening in the black community of Buffalo. Y'all seen all of them people, all of y'all watching in other places? Y'all seen all of them people crowded around that store? They wasn't all from that hood. They was from all over Buffalo. The vigil they had this morning, hundreds of people from all over Buffalo. Well, damn it, let's talk about it. And I'm tired of seeing the pastors who show up for camera opportunities. I'm not condemning them. I'm just saying I'm tired of it. Stop showing up at these damn events and talking and praying and claiming you gonna pray Satan away. Y'all niggas ain't praying Satan away, talking about y'all binding this up and binding that up. Damn it, y'all say that same line every time. Talking about what you bound. Well, damn it, y'all don't look like y'all got no power. We bind this and we bind that. Y'all ain't got to say that, man. Just mourn with those who mourn it. Y'all ain't got to come around like y'all got the power of heaven in your back pocket, because you don't. Because if you had it, these communities y'all been praying in since the damn 70s, since the 80s, when crack started to ravage this city, along with all these other urban areas in the United States. You pastors been showing up after a murder, talking about you binding the devil. Well, damn, Satan been laughing. Stop it. I get the chance to talk to my community, them words ain't coming out my mouth. I ain't gonna claim I'm binding the damn devil. We got us looking like the sons of Sceva out here, talking about what we bound. And the community continue to suffer the same gun violence, the same broken family. Pastors, y'all want to do something? Let's start getting together, and every other week if we got to. As believers, let's just choose communities and walk through them and be consistent, damn it. And we ain't got to wait for the Nation of Islam brothers to show up, who by default, when people see them, they like, oh man, here come the Muslim brothers, man, they care. When they see us believers in Christ, damn it, I want them to say, oh, here they come. Here come the believers in Christ, they care. And I don't care what your denomination is and none of that. But if you in the black community, come outside, Be more seen. Do more events that's aimed at the community. Just walk the blocks. Don't be afraid. Damn it, we can walk 20 deep through any community and walk up on them young brothers with their flags in their pocket and say, hey, man, we love y'all. And if you ever looking for the word of God, if you ever looking to talk to somebody, if you ever need help and when you really want to make that life-changing decision, I'm Pastor such and such, this deacon such and such. This church is there. That church is there. We over there. We around there. That's all I'm really interested in. Other than that, this gonna go away. In Riley, Landon, East Utica, Glenwood, Woodlawn, East Ferry, Lonsdale, Goulding, Butler, Brunswick, Northland. They're still going to be in the condition that they're in. It's not our job to guarantee the change in the community. We're just supposed to guarantee that we're agents of change in the community. Did y'all hear what I said? It's not our job to guarantee the change of the community. The Bible tells you that even Yeshua didn't do many miracles in his own village. Why? Because of their faithlessness and unbelief. And one more thing. Let's stop giving the devil more credit than he deserves. What do you mean, Zay? Sometimes we be blaming the devil for the judgment of Yah. And that might hurt some people. But Yeshua told us it would be this way because of who teaching the people who the Elohim of life is or isn't. A salute. There go my daughter. Love you, Lean. That's actually my daughter right there. Fellas, don't look at her picture and be thinking she too cute. I ain't feeling y'all. Don't even look at her right now. She is, but leave her alone, all right? Talmid, salute King. Was good with you. Hey, bro, I actually just 2 hours ago saw that you hit me up. So y'all willing, we'll get a chance to talk. My life totally, salute. Akmalak, salute. Hey, man, I'm going to tell you this, bro. Leaving the United States ain't going to help. People romanticizing everywhere else in the world, and it just ain't. Everywhere you go is somebody trying to get the hell out of where you trying to go. But I understand your sentiment. Cam 2, salute. Was good with it. Lions time, baby, was good with it. My bro Eric Beats, bro, was good with you. Salute, King. Chef Berg in the building. What's up, Cook? Another Buffalo, New York resident. Just a month ago or more, we were all in an uproar here in the city because of the school shooting. A lot of y'all may not have heard about that, but some young boys got into it at McKinley High School, pull out the blicky, start clapping. Security guard gets shot. Other kid gets stabbed. Hey, Akmalak, you said Africa is a way better place than here. Well, whoever live in Africa and confirms that, let them confirm that. But it's a lot of people in Africa here for a reason, homie. So I wouldn't. Hey, there's places in the United States that's not dealing with what we're talking about too. It's other places I could go live. Wait, hold on. Let's not get this twisted. Y'all do know I can leave this city and I can go and live 45 minutes to an hour away and probably hardly ever hear gunshots. And I can live where people median income is $150,000 a year and the lawns are manicured. So if I want to live in a neighborhood or community where this ain't and pay for the little girls we take care of to go to private school and pay $1,000, $2,000 a month out your pocket for them to be in another kind of school system. Understand it can happen. Don't romanticize Africa. Don't do that. It's civil war going on in some places in Africa. And in other places in Africa, it's people getting money trying to build. I understand it. You know what I'm saying? But when you go to certain places in Nigeria and you see whole little cities that people so poor they living on the damn water, let's not over romanticize Africa, family. And honestly, yo, you know, for people who go over there, they might find somewhere that's beautiful and they can share the pros and cons of being in them kind of places. You know what I'm saying? I know some brethren who live in Asia. No matter what we hear about the favelas of Brazil, it's other people. Yo, put it like this. Y'all, it's people who live in Chicago and they will live and die generation after generation. And the evil that we stereotype in our mind about Chicago, who not from there, it's people who live in other parts of the city of Chicago. And they just shake their head when they hear the news at night. But the part of Chicago they live in, ain't no gunshots happening like that. That's why when FBG Duck got killed, where he got killed in downtown Chicago, it was such a travesty because that part of Chicago, like, yo, that don't happen here. All them descendants of the mafioso that ran Chicago, the Irish and Italians, y'all know the parts of Chicago they control? They kids grow up in peace in Chicago. And they go off to college and they come back home for the holidays in Chicago. And they live in neighborhoods in Chicago for miles and miles. Ain't none of that violence and drug dealing on the corners and all of that. So I'm just telling y'all, I'm not the person that can be said, you know, to look at somewhere else as being better. I like what my bro said there. We will be able to govern our people in Africa. We won't have to worry about a devil murdering almost a dozen of our people because they feel like that. Yeah. Unless you run into the brother who was killing a whole bunch of people who looked like himself, and now he claimed to be repentant, and he running around Liberia trying to repent. The same Liberia that Ben Ami and them went to when they left the south side of Chicago before they made their way to Benin and then made their way to Israel. I'm sorry, y'all. Like, man, come on, y'all. Like, don't romanticize Africa. You get there and all of a sudden a side of it that you don't understand pop off. You may not think niggas is shooting. Cats run up and kill you with machetes, kill you and your people and take your money. American. Y'all ain't heard about Americans and other people of black descent who get robbed and get kidnapped and stuff like that too. Not everybody, but it does happen. Let's just not romanticize a place like, oh, it has the answers. I'm telling you, wherever I go, my work ethic and who I am comes with me. So I believe wherever I live, Yah will provide for me to live on the earth. But I've been hearing people talk about leave America for so long. And you know what? They go to places that's trying to be like America. And I'm not leaving my mama, all my family and friends who I love here. I'm supposed to be the light in the midst of the darkness here. God got his servants in Africa, and whoever gonna move to Africa, move. And whoever in Africa doing God's work, do God's work in Africa. But damn it, I'm here. I travel to the United States and I do prayer walks in black communities and white communities. I don't just care about black people. I care about people. Damn it, when I go to Huntington, West Virginia, when I go to Dayton, Ohio, when I go to places that are predominantly white and I see these young white boys strung out on damn opioids, and some of them had 2 or 3 overdoses and been brought back to life. I care about the human struggle. I'm here to preach the gospel that's meant to save the nations, not just black folk. But while I'm among my people, I'm going to be active among my people. And anywhere I go, the gospel going to be preached to any human being that got Adam blood running in their veins. Nigga, if you related to Noah, Ham, Shem, and Japheth, I'm here to holler at you. That's where I'm at with it. If you related to Ham, Shem, or Japheth, I'm here to holler at you. Because I'm going to let you know, 99.9% of everything I've been through, the women I hurt, the niggas who shot at me, the cats who robbed me, the cats who I plotted on, fought against, looked with a screw face at, they look like me. Wasn't some white guy who came from somewhere and did anything. So I'm not romanticizing going to live among other black people who got their own biases and things amongst themselves that we don't know about. We gonna show up as foreigners like, hey, this is paradise, and find out, nope, we still on earth with sinners. We still on earth with sinners. So let's go here. Hey, Ak, I appreciate your spirit, but I'm not gonna go back and forth with you about how how you might see some things in scripture. Do what you gotta do. I remember when cats was from GOCC, we was getting phone calls 12, 13 years ago when GOCC was telling everybody that the Bible say flee America, flee Babylon, and these niggas wind up in Egypt and other places, calling back to America for money. You left Babylon. What the hell you calling back to Babylon to get money for? You left. This place wicked. You don't need nothing from here. Leave it behind. You calling back to Babylon talking about, can y'all send us 5 racks? Got people we never heard of reaching out to Israelite congregations talking about, my son left and he gonna call me saying, Mom, can you send me 3,500? She was like, what's going on? What happened with my son? Where he? I said, he left Babylon, right? I said, well, what the hell he calling back to Babylon for? Wherever the servants of God are, they got to shine. Because evil going to be wherever the servants of God are. Yo, let me show y'all something. I want to show you all something. Excuse me. I want to show y'all something about Buffalo, New York. Let me share my screen right quick. Hold on, y'all. Let me share this with you all. I want to show y'all something. Hey, if you just joined in, welcome. It's your brother Zaydok in Israel. Welcome to the Bible Dojo tonight. Tonight would have been the open dojo. And, I decided, man, after what happened in my city, I'm getting phone calls and texts. This was on my mind. You understand what I'm saying? So I want to show you all something. Check this out. This right here, you can find this information at the at Brookings Education website. Yeah, I know about the Brookings Institute. Y'all see this says black-white segregation edges downward since 2000. So you can read this article on your own. I will share the article link here for you all. I want to show you all this just to show you some stats. Metro areas with highest black-white segregation from 2000 and 2013 through 2017. So back in 2000, Buffalo, New York, my city, was 78% segregated. Top 6 segregated city in the United States. And look at this, y'all. Look at where they all at. Y'all don't see the deep south on here yet. You see the Northeast and the Midwest. Detroit, Milwaukee, Chicago, New York, Cleveland, Buffalo, St. Louis, Cincinnati, Indianapolis, Philly, Kansas City, LA. From 2013 to 2017. Listen, Buffalo, New York, 72.2% segregation. Still in the top 6 in them cities, just kind of be changing and switching. Now, since 2017 till recent is a 4 to 5 year window of time. Let me end this and show you another stat. Check this out, brethren. Okay. This right here I got from Berkeley EDU. Most to least segregated cities in 2020. Now, this is according to 2020 census data. So since the last census, now the new numbers still got some of them usual cities top segregated. Detroit, Chicago, Newark, Cleveland, New York City, Irving City, Texas, Miami, But now look at how far Buffalo fell down the list. 0.33% or whatever that number means. Forgive me. But now they got Buffalo here 18th according to census. But that can be misleading. Y'all know why? Because what's happened in the last 10 years in Buffalo is the heavy influx of immigrants, and also the rebuilding of Buffalo that has had a lot of people who aren't from Buffalo move into the inner city in the downtown and close to the downtown district, which is West Side Buffalo, very outskirts of the east side of Buffalo, right near downtown, and then of course coming toward North Buffalo. Brethren, you have many professionals as Buffalo has rebuilt and became this big medical industry center. There are all the old buildings been remodeled over the last 10 to 15 years. And so you have more whites who are living in the city, even if they're not from Buffalo originally. And then you also have a great influx of immigrants coming from India. If you come into certain parts of the east side of Buffalo, and some of y'all might understand this where you live, in the urban communities, now you got Asians, brethren from India and other places who aren't African American, and Arab and stuff, who are moving into historically black communities. And some of the blight and them houses that just sit on the auction blocks for years, they come in and start buying it up. Look at what Chef Berg said here. Look at this. I want to highlight that. Thanks for sharing that. Yeah, lots of rebuilding. Also, lots of families from Yemen and Syria taking over areas on the east side. Then the college medical campus being set up in the east side and downtown. Yes, that's a big part of it. Hey, yo, Akmalak. Hey, yo, bro, I feel you. But establishing the kingdom of heaven in our own land, I claim to be a Hebrew Israelite, and so do you. The continent of Africa is not your homeland, my guy. It's not. I don't claim Africa as my homeland. It's just one more place our people work, because I don't claim to be a descendant of Ham. I'm claiming to be a Shemite. And we claim historically Canaan, the Romans renamed it Palestine, where the 10 tribes were. That's what we claim as our homeland, right? And right now, I don't give a damn about living over there. The Most High, he gonna do what he gonna do in this time. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, I hear you, but you bringing forth a doctrine, and maybe, that's something we could talk about at another time. But whoever gonna do it, they better get busy. I keep hearing this: build up our land, build up our. You ain't go. If we can't go over there and kick those people out, then y'all know what? That's it. Nah, I'm not opening the panel. I don't need you to show me anything, my good brother, about Africa being our homeland. Bro, I've been doing this a very long time. Respectfully, I don't really care about that right now. You feel me? I'm talking about what's happening here. I'm not going to Africa, so I really don't care. As far as moving. Now, I'll take a trip to Africa. I'll go visit, but Zaydok not moving to Africa. Zaydok gonna stay in the United States, where the descendants of slaves are in the tens of millions, and I'm gonna preach the gospel here. That's what I'm gonna do. Oh, you talking about on a Bible dojo? Okay, you talking about an open dojo? Well, if you're gonna do that, then God willing, that's gonna be next Sunday. So then, yeah, come and bring that. That'll be interesting. A lot of people have been trying to prove, oh, Jerusalem is really over here and all. Yeah, it's interesting. It's good. So, hey, let's get into this. Now, I just showed you all how segregated Buffalo, New York is. And unfortunately, with that segregation comes this air of you hardly trust the other ethnicity. I know people can talk about how we treat each other, rightly so. But there's this, in these heavily segregated urban areas in the United States, there can be these distrusts that we have between ourselves and people who are other. So we're damn near xenophobic in our communities in cities that are heavily segregated. So let's oh, that was my man. Hey, salute Aishem. Yah bless you, King. Bright light. Hello, how you doing? How you doing? Light of Dawn, thank you so much for the gift there. I missed that earlier. Salute to my bro Akish. I didn't see you there. What's good with you, King? Oh, I see up here. Okay, you did type earlier. Diehard Christian, how you doing? Average man, Hemp Guards was good. You said that brethren were on the class when y'all heard that happen. Yeah, and if you was on class, Akish, then because you be on with the Knesset. The Knesset was literally 6 blocks away. While y'all was having Sabbath service yesterday, when that evil happened about 3 o'clock yesterday, the Knesset is literally just 6 blocks up the street, because the property where the Knesset holds class, that's the property that I was one of the people who helped get that property. And I lived there for almost 10 years. So I know exactly where it's at. So I know that the brethren over there, I know that they were kind of on edge too, because they care about the community. You understand what I'm saying? And so all I can say, brethren, is Buffalo, New York is historically a city with heavy segregation. And when I heard that, I was just so glad to hear that it wasn't a young white male from another side of Buffalo who being inundated with this radicalized thinking, with this replacement theory stuff, where now all of a sudden black folk and other people of color are trying to replace the white man and all of this crap. He get inundated with this thinking and come from South Buffalo somewhere and shoot up the east side, because it's just too many dum-dums outside who would take that as a license to go to the other side of Buffalo. And now you're going to have some evil going on. So thank you, Yah, that individual was not from here. Hey, salute to my sis. Is that my sis? Yeah, I see her. What's good? That's my sis, AI the Anomaly, for those of y'all who know. Yeah, that's the young queen. If y'all don't know her, get to know her. She's a dope artist, one of the best I ever heard. Some people try to say she's a little better than me, but I'm gonna challenge her to a rap battle one day. But yo, that's my sis. Beautiful woman of Yah, active in the community, a mentor, does a lot in our city. She's famous for helping mentor young people, especially from heavily depressed communities in Buffalo, New York. So people know what's up. You understand what I'm saying? But yeah, salute, sis. Thank you for being here. That's my sis AI. Y'all go check her out. Sister Cassandra, Most High bless you. Yes, yes. Yeah, some great evil, right? But I also, what I'm going to tell you all is this. It could be easy to get on here and talk about white supremacy, right? Well, that's nothing new. This is my thing. That level of white supremacy, where someone would get fanatical and come and do something crazy like that, that does not happen in the black community a lot anywhere in the United States, where some individual, you know why? The same reason that the Japanese, any of y'all ever heard of the plan that the Japanese had? That y'all know that what they did in Pearl Harbor wasn't the only part of the Japanese war plan to attack the United States. Can anyone in here type right quick in the chat? What do y'all know the other part of what the Japanese were thinking to do to attack the United States during World War I? I know we all hear about the bombing of Pearl Harbor, kamikaze. Yeah, that happened. But they had another plan, and they was like, nah. Anybody know? Any of y'all know what the Japanese was thinking to do? One of their plans that they kind of shelved. They thought it through and was like, they did what Jesus said. When you go to war, consider the cost. Hey, salute to Queen Wanda. How are you doing this evening? What's up, disciple from the PNW? What's good with you? Can anyone tell me what you understand the Japanese, one part of their war plan in attacking the United States was? Well, since y'all haven't typed it, if someone types it eventually, that's what's up. But let me tell you, Go and do the research yourself. Y'all do know the Japanese considered trying to find a way to get craft here. If they could have destroyed Pearl Harbor, then they were thinking to come and attack the mainland. Beat Bro said, is it to fund racist attacks? No, they were thinking to occupy cities on the West Coast. But in a research, the United States has the most heavily armed citizenry on earth. No country on earth outside the military where the citizens got guns, all kind of damn guns. And the Japanese was like, damn, we know if we occupy the United States, we gotta fight the military. Usually when you come into a place and fight the military, you're not worried about the average citizens. But what makes the United States different is, nigga, we will clap at you. Yeah, there were a few of relocation camps where they kept like 20, 30, 40,000 Japanese Americans. But yeah, that's just because, you know, in case there were any people who were sentimental for the Japanese cause. The United States government ain't know what to do. I understand it was trash, but I understand. But check it out. Dre, that right there, we will clap back. The Japanese said it was too dangerous for their military to try to take over cities and then think they're going to hunker down and just wait for the United States military to try to take the cities back. They just to try to take over the city, they like too many of the citizens got guns. Well, let me tell y'all something. Y'all know why a lot of white supremacists don't come into black communities like that? Not because we don't, you know, on one hand, people hear, oh, you hear about these white militias and they be in the hills of Montana training. Okay, yeah. But I'm also going to let y'all know something, and this isn't glory, but it's a fact. You got way more young black males who are willing to kill because they've been killing each other for decades. You got more Mexicans who are willing to kill because they've been killing each other in gang wars in Texas, in Louisiana, in Nevada, in Arizona, in California, in Colorado, in Oregon, in the state of Washington. So yes, white supremacists, when people hear that word, they get afraid. Understand. Understand. But I'm telling you right now, if white supremacists come into the black communities of the United States, if white supremacists think they're going to come and take over the south side of Chicago, you got a whole bunch of young men who are recklessly harming their own community. And too many of them, unfortunately, are already murderous. It's not as many white males who are as murderous in their own communities on the daily in the United States. Could be. I ain't even got time to think about it. If it is, ain't nothing I'm going to do about it. You understand what I'm saying, Eric? Attacks possibly planned at higher levels. It could be. Every time something happened, people go black flag, black flag. So I can't put anything past anyone at this point. But, bro, I'm about to show y'all some stuff because that's a fair question, brother Eric. You understand what I'm saying? Hey, yo, and that's real. That's real. What my bro Nino just said. And plus, we got a lot of Caucasian brothers who not with that either. They not feeling racism. They not feeling it because many of them grew up with blacks and Hispanics, and that's who they love, and that's who their childhood friends and people who like family to them are. So just because someone is white, it don't mean they hate black folk. That's another narrative. And every time this kind of stuff happens, y'all know what happened, the most extremes. Let me show y'all something and bless this brother's heart, because people just you know, tapping in from where they tapping in, right? Check this out. I want to show y'all something. And I can't play it because okay, I'm gonna pause it and I'm gonna share my screen. I just want y'all to see something on YouTube. You know, even when we think about the civil rights struggle, I gotta say this because sometimes people forget, and I can't let you forget. I'm gonna tell you right now, for all black folk who talk about black people marched and what they did, understand this, and this is a fact, and I can prove it beyond a shadow of a doubt. Nothing changed for the African American collective in the United States to get the second Voting Rights Act passed and more civil rights legislation passed for us until our white brothers and sisters who love the black community stepped in. See what Bull Connor and them did on that bridge to Selma? Damn it. When the OG Billy Graham and them showed back up with Martin Luther King and them, they was like, yeah, now whoop all of us. It's time for us to get in. Do y'all know the discussions that was had in white Christianity in the United States to say, yo, these are brothers and sisters in Christ. It's not fair. We can't just stand by. But people don't want to talk about that narrative because they want to make it seem like black folk did it all on our own. No, we didn't. Yes, we led our movement, but it was those who stepped in and helped. I got in my computer right now at least 20 Caucasians who gave their life helping African Americans fight for their freedom. I'm talking about they was killed, white men and women. What y'all gonna say to that? No, it don't matter. Yeah, damn it, it do matter. It do matter. Don't make this because this wicked, deranged young man drove into my city yesterday and did this evil. Don't turn around in your heart and now you start looking at other white folk with disdain, Buffalo New Yorkers, or anyone anywhere else, and you black. One of my closest friends in my life is Caucasian. As a matter of fact, there might be a good 4 or 5 right now in my life that before some of y'all would help me in my darkest time of need, they would be the ones there because they've been there for me before. So what y'all gonna say to that? Gonna try to make me mad at all white people because there are white supremacists? Well, I know black supremacists. I know some personally. They talk with a great hatred for other people. And I disagree with them, and some of them don't like me. All right, you just ain't gonna like me. Do something about it. Look at this. This is off of Willie D. Y'all know Willie D, right? I'm gonna go ahead and make this bigger. Willie D from the Ghetto Boys. He got it. I like Willie D. I like a lot of stuff he be kicking. But this was his post earlier. Dope man, clean, not a damn stain on him. Buffalo, New York shooter arrested without a scratch. Now there's this narrative, and it's a false one. And I got to speak up on it. It's a false narrative that because the gentleman was white, that when he came into my community, and God willing, I literally got to go and work a block, literally the next block over from that grocery store. I got to go there tomorrow and work because that's where my construction site on the house that my company is remodeling is. So it's just crazy. But this is the narrative from some people in my own city, let alone a brother sitting in Texas like one of my favorite artists back in the day, Willie D. Look what Willie said. What does it say there? Buffalo, New York shooter arrested without a scratch. Now, it wasn't about him just being a shooter. It was about him being a white man who came and did a mass murder in the black community, and white cops arrested him and they didn't harm him at all. That's fake as hell. And I'm about to show you something to shut that up. Let's show you something to shut that up. How about this one? Y'all remember this just happened? And I'm going to show you some young footy foot. That's footage. That the footy foot stands for footage. Let me show y'all something. Let me bring up another page. It's some people not going to like this because they just want to concentrate on what they, well, damn it, get on your platform and do it how you want to do it. This is what I'm talking about tonight. And I don't care about opposing views or nothing. I don't give a damn. So, here we go. Let me pause this right quick. I'm not going to play the sound because I don't want YouTube to flag me talking about there's a copyright claim against your channel because of this and that. They do that, y'all, for those of y'all who know. Check this out. Like Chef Berg said, when the police came in the store, the shooter laid down his weapon, laid on the ground and all of that. And so they got him. But the police just did this to a black man in New York City. How come black people didn't post? Black man goes into the damn subway in New York City, shoot people on the train early in the morning, and police arrest him and he ain't have a damn scratch on him. Damn hypocrites. You want to paint a narrative that's not true. It's not to say that police ain't ever ragged out some damn black dude who done did some evil, but they done did it to white boys too. Now you see a white man come into the black community and do this killing. All of a sudden they want to paint a narrative about the police who arrested. What y'all saying? They was his damn friend or something? This they community. They did what the hell they did in the moment. But look, but let's just show you that the energy don't be the same. And this is when I question judgment. I don't give a damn if you black or white. Where's your judgment at? Y'all see this grand jury indict suspect in Brooklyn subway mass shooting? Yo, did y'all just forget? Hold on. A federal grand jury has indicted a man suspected of shooting up a New York City subway train last month, an attack that wounded 10 people and rattled the city, already experiencing a rise in crime. 62-year-old Frank James. Look at, yo, look at them arresting Frank. Hold on, where the picture at, y'all? Let me bring Frank up on the screen. Here we go. Let me enlarge it too. Enlarge the screen. There we go. Look at Frank. Look at the police. Look at them white cops walking Frank to the car. Look at him. Look at Frank turn around and look at how he look. Look at Frank, 62-year-old black man. Frank ain't get beat up by the police in New York City. Them ain't nothing but white cops throwing him in the car. Where's the beating the hell out of the black man who shot? They found him in a restaurant eating. They surrounded that joint, came up in there, and guess what he did? He went peacefully. Are we hypocrites? Is our judgment equal? Huh? Now, like I said, don't get it twisted. I'm pissed that this happened. But see, something else happened in my city 2 or 3 weeks earlier that I'm pissed about too. And some of y'all ain't know about it until I'm about to show it to you today. And if you're from Buffalo, New York, you know about it because you was here and you heard about it. So just let me show y'all the other stuff in Buffalo that got Zaydok pissed. Let me share the screen. I just want to show y'all because this is about judgment. And one thing about the so-called servants of God, we want the world to listen to us, but God said, you shall have just weights and measures. You shall do no unrighteousness in judgment, and you shall not have favor toward a man because he's wealthy or favor toward a man because he is poor. But with righteous judgment shall you judge between man and man. So guess what? All of those who claiming like you niggas acting like the world's supposed to listen to us and follow us and we got the answers. Well, I'll tell you the way some of these people talk, these the last individuals that I want judging anything because they're fake, because they got favoritism in their heart. You're not fit. Some people, just because we can teach, don't mean we fit. Just because you are someone who could break down the Bible, don't mean you a good leader of men. Stop acting like teaching and talking equals leadership skills. Look at this. April 25th. What was yesterday? Yesterday was May 14th. So literally 3 weeks ago. 2 killed, 4 wounded in gun violence on Sunday in Buffalo, New York. Two people were killed and 4 others were wounded in a trio of shootings across Buffalo on Sunday. That wasn't no damn white supremacist young man who drove 4 hours away. That was more than likely some young men who drove from a few blocks away to kill some others. And when they start shooting and clapping them guns and a little girl get hit or somebody grandmama get hit, what was that happen? For those of y'all who know about Buffalo, New York, and what happened, a lot of stuff happened, but just 3 years ago, that tragedy that happened when that beef going on between certain sides of town, and them young boys ran up in the fruit belt and shot up that family event and killed that grandmother and her grandbaby who was sitting on the porch. They got hit with a closed casket funeral at Darius Pridgeon Church. Darius Pridgeon is one of the most famous pastors in our city, and he's the leader of the Buffalo City Common Council. Pastor Darius Pridgeon at True Bethel Church. Closed casket. The city pissed. But y'all may not hear about that stuff outside of Buffalo. See, it's people who've been afraid in Buffalo for a long time on the east side. And I see people saying, can they come up? Y'all forgive me, I'm on one. I really don't want to talk to nobody. I don't need to talk to nobody. Y'all hearing me rant right now. If it bothers you, I understand that. You ain't got to stay. To be fair, this is me right now getting my heart out, because this ain't just about y'all on this platform. My city, I got to go outside. This is where my wife and children go. This is where they at. Joe, you from Buffalo? Oh, hold on. See, now that's a whole nother thing. If you from Buffalo tonight and you listening in, I'll bring you up on the stage. Hey, Joe, I think I pinned to the, hey, y'all, did I pin the link to the chat? If I didn't, I'm about to share it again and pin it. I may not have pinned it. My bad. Oh, hold on. I'm glad you said you was from Buffalo, Joe, because you from here, so you got an opinion. And I don't know if you even from the east side. From your last name, it says Scheider or Skyder. You might be from another part of Buffalo, so it would be dope to hear how you feel about what happened in your city. And you know this city, and you know the history of it. Let me go ahead and pin this, Joe. This ain't for everybody, but if you from Buffalo and you want to holler, you go ahead and holler. You said you got your hand raised. Oh, you got your hand raised on Clubhouse. Okay. I thought you had your hand. I thought you wanted to come up on the YouTube. Hold on, let me bring you up then, King. Hold on for a second, y'all. This brother is on he's on the Clubhouse. Hold on. Oh yeah, he got the Josh Allen face. He definitely a Buffalonian. Hold on. All right, so I brought him up to speak. Hey, bro, unmute your mic. Salute.
Hello, sir. How are you?
I'm pretty good. How you doing?
Trying to keep it together. It's a rough weekend in our city, huh?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So, what's on your mind?
Well, I just wanted to. First off, I just wanted to tell you I really appreciate you having the room. First and foremost, I've heard a lot of rhetoric on this app and all over different platforms over the past day or two, and a lot of the things that you have been saying have been absolutely, completely true. There has been a lot of backwards, sideways things said that are coming out of emotion and hatred and a lot of bias. And, you know, obviously what happened this weekend is an evil, evil thing. I actually just got out of the Bandits game tonight. just a little while ago. My father lives over on the west side. I just dropped them off, and they had a moment of silence before the game, and you could hear a pin drop. It was beautiful, and I just I actually just drove on the way over from I'm actually driving through East Aurora right now because it's just so gut wrenching, and I'm up late tonight. I should be asleep, but I popped into your room, and I just gotta have something to keep my head clear. But it's a very sad thing, a very evil thing, and it's very, very. I just really appreciate to hear someone with such a sensible opinions on the whole matter. I just drove by the supermarket like 20 minutes ago, and it's just a very sad thing. I've driven up Jefferson, more times than I can remember. I live over on the east side near Walden and Bailey.
Oh yeah, you know what's up.
Yes, sir. So it's just, I used to work on Price Choppers on Genesee, so.
Yo, he worked at the corner of Benny Block. Y'all know Benny from Griselda?
Yes,
they always
sir.
talk about Montana. He worked right at the corner of Benny Block. That's wild.
But yes, sir. It's a very sad day, very sad weekend, and I actually drove by the supermarket on the way over to the west side earlier today to pick my father up, and it's very ironic that you're even speaking about this because I had two women tell me that I had no right being there earlier just to take a look and pay my respects and everything. And I think one of the worst things that could happen from an event like this is that the hatred and the evil that possessed a man to do such a horrid thing can twist all of us to have the same hatred and evil, right?
Yes.
And I really, and it's like, what? At the end of I'm only 27, so I'm still, fairly young, but I've gotten wiser, especially in the past few years, and the reality of the fact is we all have a lot more in common than we all have different. We really do. And this is a horrific thing. I don't think it's indicative of all, most people. I definitely don't think that it's indicative of our city. It was a little bit of a relief to me when I found out that this man was not even from our area, because
yes, me too, bro.
A lot of people don't know a lot about Buffalo. It's a smaller city. It doesn't always get a good rap, and there's a lot of reasons for that. But Buffalo is a very diverse city with all different complexions and walks of life and everything. And it's not indicative of the type of place that this is, and so it's just really, and it's really great to hear someone. It's very refreshing to hear someone of your demographic to be so sensible and have such a, to just be able to understand it is what it is, for what it is, you know what I mean? And it's obviously a horrible thing, but we can't let our emotions run us amok to where we divide ourselves even more, through anger and hatred. And I understand that that's incredibly hard, you know what I mean? Especially when we live in a world with billions of people and almost anything can almost be made to look like a trend when you have this many people. But I don't believe that this is, really what this place is about, and obviously this is a very sick individual. So it's very sad, but I know, if there's anything we know about Buffalo, we'll bounce back and we'll be even stronger than ever. And, it won't define us. And, I really appreciate doing this room. Thank you very much for letting me come up and speak. I look forward to hear what else you have to say. You should hit me in the back channel. I would love to get a beer with you. This is my first time I ever even heard you on Clubhouse, so it's just an awesome experience. But thank you very much. I'm gonna pop my mic on mute now, and I'd love to hear what you have to say about it.
Okay, good brother. I appreciate you being here. I'm also going to let me message you. I just sent you a salute. So holler back at me, and off camera, off mic, we can holler. And if any of you, I'm no doubt, bro. Salute to you. And I'm gonna say this: if it's anybody listening, and you're a so-called African American, or you consider yourself an Israelite, and you got an issue that I would have a heart-to-heart conversation with apparently a Caucasian gentleman from my city, I piss on your very sentiment at this very moment. I'm just letting you know I'm not the one to come for with that. You know why? Because most of the people who got anger don't have solutions. Everybody mad, and ain't nobody gonna step outside with solutions to help, because this is the thing. There is really no solution to stop someone with hatred in their heart who's black from going into a white community and wanting to kill white folk. Y'all do know that black folk done did that too. In their mind, there's going to be a race riot, and they think that they're helping fuel something because of the hatred in their heart, because they got a disdain for white folk. And then you find this man on the opposite spectrum. Look, let me show y'all something, man. Let me show y'all something about my city once again. And the reason that I'm willing to say what I got to say, it ain't got nothing to do with me necessarily being an African American or an Israelite, as I claim to be, a son of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob according to the flesh. It's about the word of Yah. He gave a command, and he gave a Torah, an instruction, all of his mitzvah. It's supposed to do what? It's supposed to, Solomon said that the laws of Yah are supposed to give discretion to the young man and to make a simple man wise. It's about discretion and going from simplicity of mindset to wisdom and understanding of mindset. All damn human beings on the planet need that. Like we had the brother earlier was talking about Africa. Well, what you gonna do in Cameroon and Congo when you got blacks who are oppressing the masses of those brothers and sisters who over there mining the minerals, and they taking all the money and letting corporations from around the world come in, and you got damn dictators who are got the same blood in them, got the same name, and look just like the population, and they are the oppressors. Can't run to a white man and just blame him. Then you're going to have to blame the black brother who is the president or the prime minister and the military leaders who are willing to take the wealth and send their kids off to damn Europe and Sweden to go to college, and their kids is in damn driving around London in Benzes and Wraiths, while back home the reality of their people is 89% of their own flesh and blood live in abject poverty, damn it. So what we talking about here, my mind ain't stuck on ethnic oppression alone. I gets there. I could talk about that, but I know how to compartmentalize it. I know about the giant oppressor. But don't the Bible say that the poor who oppress the poor is like a sweeping rain that don't leave any food behind? What you talking about? The poor who oppress the poor. Let me show y'all something. Y'all see that right there on my screen? Let me go ahead and make that big. Let me make that big so y'all can understand what's happening in my city. This is an updated article from an article at the end of last year, because I read the Buffalo News Online. And this is an article that was just updated 5 weeks ago. Y'all see this right here? Y'all see that big old picture? A car riddled with bullets at Kensington and Leroy Avenue in Buffalo on the afternoon of December 4th. It's 11 shots in this car, y'all. Y'all see? Let me show y'all that. Y'all can see that, right? Y'all see that? Y'all see 11 shots? Actually, 12 shots in the car, I believe. One right here at the fender. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in the hood and fender of the car or bumper. Then in the windshield. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 12 shots in this car. Y'all, this is Kensington and Leroy. This is a neighborhood in my city called Central Park. Y'all see that? Oh, I see my sis is in the building too, so I'm about to bring her up as well. Buffalo, New York native. And as I get ready to bring her up, I want y'all to see this. Look at this. I want y'all to see this because y'all may not know this about my city. I want y'all to see this. Look at this. I want to get to the particular part. Hold on. Get that off the screen. Get that off the screen. Okay. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on, everyone. I want y'all. It's something in particular. Oh, here we go. Look at this. Buffalo, along with other cities across the country, experienced a surge in gun violence last year that continued into this year. Early in 2021, the gun violence seemed to get worse. Over the first 3 months of this year, the number of people shot was nearly double the same period in 2020. The number of people injured or killed in shootings through Sunday totaled 347 people. How many of y'all knew that just in the beginning of the year in Buffalo, New York, 304 from then till now, over 347 people have been shot in Buffalo. And out of all of them, 60-something have died so far. In 2020, 355 people were injured or killed in the total year. So listen to what I'm telling y'all. I'm telling y'all that while this episode, as egregious as it is, the gaslighting is the fact that people can try to, for a minute, concentrate on a deranged and apparently fanatical and lost 18-year-old white male who came into my community and has put to rest 11 of my fellow citizens, African Americans in the Buffalo, New York community. But I just showed y'all that a few weeks ago, you had an entire weekend of people getting shot and killed. Just last week, 2 blocks down from that store, 2 young men were murdered. Literally 2 blocks over from that store. I'm talking about like a 5-minute walk from that grocery store. And before and after this event, there is work to be done in my city. As I told you all, that store was created over a decade ago because the east side of Buffalo is a damn food desert when it comes to fresh fruits and vegetables. And guess what? Even though the store been there, it ain't like they sell heavy organic. So for those who trying to eat healthier, even when you went to that store, it's not like you went to that store to, if you're looking for organic and this, that, and third, you still got to go to the other part of Buffalo to go get that. But it was something. And now how long is that store going to be closed down? So this is going to be way deeper than that. But I don't want the narrative to stay focused on this white young man. Y'all going to hear about the narrative. For those of y'all who don't live in my city going to hear about the narrative because he's going to go to trial. All of this is going to happen. So it's going to be in our face for a minute. And guess what? I'm going to keep my eye on how many murders and how many mass shootings, how many times within one weekend you're going to have 12 people shot in my city on one weekend and 4 or 5 of them die. All while everybody going to concentrate on this and that young man. Huh? My fight and my worry and my love surpasses this particular event. But this event allowed y'all to pay attention to me run my trap tonight about, yes, how senseless that is. But we got some real big issues going on in our city with consistent violence and consistent poverty. And damn it, I want to see the saints of God be outside more, much more visible, and be more in the lead than we might be right now. So let me shut up for a minute. My sis is up here. Yo, what's up, AI? Unmute your mic, girl. Holla at your boy. What's on your heart?
What up, bro?
What's up?
Man.
I'm pissed.
I love yeah, right. I love what you said though. That's one thing that has been on my mind since I found out. And and all the more. And what I'm saying is, the senseless violence that's been occurring, within our communities all over. But even when I was walking into the visual today, early this morning, I'm gonna be real with you, bro, and I'll say it on your platform.
Yeah, say it on my platform, because I don't give a damn. I give a damn. That's why I say it on my platform. Yes, I do care.
You know what bothered me the most is the fact that, like, there's so many people, right? I had to continuously, like, restrain myself within. And I walk through and it's like, yeah, man, this is cool, but when was y'all last week? Where are these individuals, all of these people that come and they pray and not to downplay that. That's beautiful.
Right.
That's beautiful, but there's so much duress and distress that's happening in the community, man, constantly on a consistent basis. You know what I mean? So it was crazy. Just stepping into that space, I had to really shift my mind, and concentrate on, the purpose in which I was there for. This one young lady that I embraced, she had to be about, 16, 17, and she was bawling her eyes out. And I guess what I gathered is that her great-grandmother was one of the victims.
When I saw that 89-year-old lady, Miss Ruth, got killed yesterday, nigga, right. I wanted to fight. And what I'm gonna do? Like,
are you, Mama Pearl?
Are you damn kidding me?
Yo. And then the deacon of that church, and then it's like, you know how we be up and down them dang on streets. Like, it's several people that we knew that go over there all the time. Our church is right down the street from over there.
AI. How many times have you stopped in that Tops just because, you know what, instead of me having to go somewhere else, let me stop here because your church is right around the corner, your church, and you stop in Tops with your kids in them right quick and grab something. And that security guard, that same damn security guard, him. Yep. And if it's not him, it's the older, the black dark-skinned guy with the glasses.
Yeah, right. Right.
I've been seeing that man for the last 10 years, and just like that, he got murdered yesterday, and he was shooting back.
Gone, dude. Gone. Like, that's... My mom go to that store. We call it the Black Tops,
Yeah, Black Tops, right?
That's the Black Tops, right? And we go there when we do the
crazy, man.
The free food in the summer. That's where we go grab the stuff. You know what I mean? So this was crazy. But I wanted to get to this point, like this young lady, right? So this young lady that I wind up going up to embrace because she was very upset that all these cameras was in her face, and then people started to talk about certain things that was outside of what the purpose of why we were there. We were there to console the freaking families. Okay, we were there to circle around the families of the victims that happened over there. Everybody started to create their own agendas. And this young lady, out of the mouth of babes, right? Like, when she got the mic finally, when they gave it to her, she said, I don't care nothing about no white supremacy. I don't care nothing about none of these, politicians or what have you. What I care about is the fact that, like, I'm hurt. She said, I'm hurt. That was my great-grandmother. Like, her great-grandfather is waiting for her to come back home. She fed the family. She's not there anymore. And just watching this young girl with these tears in her eyes and people trying to put their cameras in her face and all of this, like, yo, let's pause for a second, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is a constant thing. It's not only this young man who is, full of evil from wherever it comes from. And also the individuals that look like us within our own neighborhoods, like, people tired. Like, we got to be fearful to walk down the street in our own hood based off of ourselves and people from the outside. People are exhausted. You know, and then now we got this, the one grocery store in the whole black community is shut down. Now what? Now what? Were they supposed to go to Elmwood, to Lexington Co-op? Were they supposed to go to Aldi? What about the old ladies who live right around the corner that walk to Tops to feed their families? You know what I'm saying? Like, all of these, man, I'm ranting right now, bro, but I'm bothered.
I know.
So bothered, yo.
I know.
I'm bothered because it's like, yo, it keeps going. And we keep doing what we doing, Doc. we be in these streets. And it hurts to watch these streets just hurt.
And
so,
you know what? You know what I'm going to say to that? This, I said it earlier. I know people are quick to talk. I know people are quick to talk about what the devil has done. Stop always running to Satan. When does the judgment of God come into play? And I know that's hard for people to hear. Excuse me. But when does the judgment of Yah come into play? Do we really understand the God? You know why we out here preaching in the name of the Lord? It's because God ain't to be played with. That man said, is there evil that can come? What did he say in Amos? Can evil come upon a city and I have not allowed it? Damn, y'all. Do y'all understand what I'm talking about here? I'm not going to get on my platform and just shame the devil. That's giving the devil too much damn power.
Way too much power, bro.
Way too much power. Now, Satan is Satan. Whatever you understand Hashatan to be, that's what Hashatan is. But what I'm going to tell you is that Yah punishes. He punishes the people. Yah punishes the people. Whoever ever put their hand on Israel, Yah said, hey, yeah, I was pissed, but y'all did worse than you should have. So I'm gonna whoop on y'all too. But he told Israel, y'all wicked. That's why it's happening to y'all. So this is the thing. Everyone's running around trying to have this pissing contest about who's more wicked, the oppressor of the people. Well, for anyone who, once again, I'm going to talk to all you Hebrews. Some of y'all going to be mad at me, but so what? Prove me wrong. Every time you teach people they Israel, y'all run to the damn curses of Deuteronomy. Well, the only reason you run into the curses is because you're claiming we've been wicked as a people to Yah. So everything you see, yeah, them wicked, them oppressors wicked. They put us on slave ships, they wicked. But it wasn't just because they were more powerful than God. You would have been obedient, you would have been untouchable. That's the claim. Admit it. So as much as you want to be mad at anyone else, I guarantee you that any of you brews, any of you brothers who walk in the hoods I walk in, and you hold your pistols close to your tummy, you ain't worried about shooting at no white folk. I'm willing to put money on it. I'm willing to put money on it. Not saying it can't happen, but when you in the hoods, it's your own kind. It's your own kind. Damn Mormons come riding through your hood on bicycles. Excuse me, that went down the wrong. I'm drinking a sparkling water. I almost started laughing. Look,
Doc, you getting punished.
the Mormons come to your hood. You ain't holding pistols because the Mormons, you like, yo, they go to Mormons. Even you so-called servants of Yah is holding your heat in your hood because of your hood. Not some every once in a damn 70-year lunar eclipse. Unfortunately, some young Caucasian male with racial hatred in his heart, come into your community and do something. That's the last guy y'all worried about. All you heat-holding Hebrews, all in Gary, Indiana, all in Miami, all in Detroit, in the boroughs of New York, running through Philly, all of them, all of that lead flying through Philly right now. And you Hebrews in Philadelphia who out there calling yourself on the corner, preaching the kingdom of Yah. Y'all worried about other Negroes, man. Be real. And stop making it simply about this rare. Yes, this happening in the Black community is rare. What's common is us shooting at each other. When I buried my little cousin Woogie at 23 years old, he was hit in the stomach by somebody who was against him because he rep a blood set. When my nephew Harrison was murdered in 2017, 4 days after he turned 20 years old, he was hit up by other young Black men in his hood who he was going back and forth in gun war with. Miss me with the other crap. Oh, hold on. Here goes somebody I know. Hold on. I see him in the background right here. This is a Buffalo, New York resident and native, so I'm bringing him up. This is one of my guys. This dude named me the Bishop of Christian rap in Buffalo way back in 2013. My man, Sean Fudge Green. What up, Fudge?
What's up, my Hebrew brother?
What's up, my Edomite brother?
I'm an Iberian, I think. I don't know.
Will call you, man. That's some people call you that. But yo, Fudge, what's good with you? How you doing?
Man, I'm just I'm feeling it just like everybody else in this town is. Somebody's feeling it different, you know, and I'm not politicking about it. I had my own little forum earlier today, how I felt about everything and my perspective. But one thing that I just want to add, I mean, anomaly, I can't attest to what it's like in your perspective. You know, Doc, I can't attest to how you feel and what you think. I can only really talk about how I think and feel about it.
Right.
We're here, like you said earlier. Thank God it's not somebody from the South Side who's white and cause a race war in a city. Now I come from the South Side originally, and I was about 21 years removed from the city from 89 to 2010 when I came back. And my reintroduction to Buffalo was a shooting at the Perry Projects, and
which is a project that sits right on the very edge of the borderline of South Buffalo and the East Side.
Pretty much downtown, really.
Yeah,
so pretty close to it. And that was my first introduction. Young Black male was shot, and people were looking around, talking to the cops, trying to have a conversation about, look, he's not breathing. He's not breathing. I'm like, man, this is Buffalo, man. You got to be kidding me. Like, I knew we had issues back in the day. We had a lot of poverty all over. You know, we lost a lot of industry. We're part of the Rust Belt. That was something that happened all over Lake Erie, you know, where our city is was third most impoverished city between Detroit, Cleveland, and us for many decades.
Yep.
And we all felt it. It wasn't just the Black community, but I would imagine the Black community got hit even harder. And I can't say, my perspective, how hard it was. You guys were hit,
but you know, hey, Fudge.
Yes, sir. Yeah,
bro, you come from where the drug addiction, broken family, and poverty sits right in a lot of white households, just like it was on the East Side, bro. Come on, we know about Lovejoy, and we know about South Buffalo because we from here. When I went to South Park High School, I was in high school with a whole bunch of poor white homies, just like we were poor being bussed in from the East Side into South Buffalo to go to that high school. So let's just be honest about that reality.
I'm going to quote K-Drama when he came here to Buffalo. Fudge. He said, Fudge, man, you people looking kind of rough around here. Like we all had this thing about us, I guess. I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. But for his perspective, like people looking rough around here. I mean, this is blue collar as you can get, really. I think in New York State, anyways. But my father was Vietnam vet, heroin addict, big into drugs. He used to run, bricks back and forth from Brooklyn and for many years. And my father raised me up in South Buffalo, in a drug infested, drunk home. That's how I was raised. We didn't have a whole lot. My father worked at the now defunct Donner Coke plant, worked in the railroad. That's all he did. He was a blue collar person himself, lost his job in 82. And that was pretty much where we lost everything, spiritually, if you will, emotionally, mentally. And it wasn't fun living in my house. Right. Like World War III between my parents. And I tell you what, we were in the suburbs at that time. And, I made a joke once, even in West Seneca, I think we were the white trash of our neighborhood. We were poor, the poor white kids in the predominantly nice neighborhood. Probably had the smallest house in that neighborhood too, but not trying to belittle it. I'm grateful for where I'm at today. I'm grateful that God gave me wisdom to move to a spot where I can walk to grocery stores. There's 2 of them right in my neighborhood. 3 bus routes, 4 bus routes. I made sure wherever I land, I got to make sure that I have the resources close enough to where I can get around at least, all that kind of stuff. One of the things I'm not going to say was a good thing, but one of the positives of this situation, in my opinion, and it's hard to say that with this kind of an issue, this incident, is that it's bringing attention to the food insecurity, the food desert, and that part of town. And I kind of put it a little note on there. I shopped at that Jefferson Avenue top several times. That's not my neighborhood grocery store, but I've shopped there several times. I've seen the difference between what's on the shelves there, versus other places like even in West Seneca or Amherst or other tops, same exact kind of store.
And it's the smallest one in this. It's the smallest one in the city.
One of them. Well, the smallest one is actually right here.
Which one?
On Seneca, and right where Seneca Mineral Springs. If you ever get to a chance,
Seneca Mineral Springs is.
That's tiny. That's little.
Right.
That's a corner store almost.
You're right.
But the fact that the vegetables, the fruits, everything didn't seem to be as fresh at the one on Jefferson Avenue. That's just my observation. Casual observation. I wasn't trying to look for it.
That's facts. It's facts. It's facts.
Yeah. So whatever the reason is, truckers don't want to go in the neighborhood and deliver, whatever the case may be. The fact is that it's food desert. It's a grocery store that everybody in that neighborhood depended on. And now It's not happening. And that, to me, if anything good happened out of that, is to draw the attention of the food desert in this area. And it's sad. And I've seen a couple ministries that went over there and fed people in the neighborhood, but it's not sustainable. It has to be, the resources has to change in the east side, especially. I've been up and down, we've been in circles and different events together, and we see each other, all these places. And I was just disgusted what happened yesterday. I was disgusted that, in fact, it was a young white male. I'm not even going to call him a man. I think he's a young, stupid punk. And I don't know his upbringing, but I mentioned it earlier in my platform. I said, this is generational training. This is something that was passed down from his uncle, his father, his mother, somebody gave him this information that his race his race was superior to someone else's, and might have been reinforced through gaming or something.
Yeah, social media, all that stuff.
Whatever. Right. If you notice the video footage, I felt like I was watching Call of Duty. I don't know if anybody else has seen the video footage, but it's very disturbing, very sad. The way he was holding the gun was like Call of Duty. So I know he was playing this game at home. It was streaming on a Twitch account. So he was a gamer. That's the only reason why you would have a Twitch account for real. So it was disturbing. It was disgusting. But this is a trained idea, a trained ideal that one race, one culture, one religion, whatever, it doesn't matter, is more superior than another. And that stirs up hate with some people. You push their buttons enough times, they're going to start rehearsing that hate. They're going to think about ways to release that hate somehow. Now it happens in our city. We've had, whether it's gun violence or whatever, gang affiliated, street neighborhood affiliated, doesn't matter. You cheated on my girlfriend, I'm going to kill you. Whatever the case may be. The point is that it's trained. There's somebody that either mentored them to think a certain way, to be this way, or the lack thereof. There's an absence of mentoring. Now I don't know this kid's situation. We're still going to be learning about this.
Yeah.
But I'm just. You're right. I'm glad you said that. I'm glad it wasn't a young lad from South Buffalo identifying as white to stir up a race war in this city, because that's the least thing we need right now.
Yeah, we don't need that, bro.
We're so, even with that McKinley shooting, we're so on edge right now as it is, with so many things already in our city. We don't need this. And I'm just glad you jumped on. I jumped on earlier, but I listened to you. I was driving back from Batavia tonight, so I wanted to chime in as soon as I got home. And that's just my perspective, brother.
Well, I appreciate the perspective as a citizen, as a citizen of Buffalo, as a friend of mine personally, and just understanding that what brings us in common, besides being citizens of this city, being born and raised here, we're also believers in Christ.
Amen.
And because of that, there's been things going back over 10 years or more where yourself, myself, and other people like us doing things in the community to encourage the church, to encourage the community at large about the love of God, because we all been redeemed from some sin. My skin color and your skin color does not allow us to hide from the fact that what we got in common is that we both have sinned before God and we were in need of saving and redeeming. Right. And so now, if the church is going to be effective, it's going to have to be honest about what's happening. It's going to have to be willing to facilitate and lead in the difficult conversations in order for anything of substance and consistency to be birthed and to be nurtured in the community. It's not about us helping people because they believe in God. It's about us helping people because we believe in God.
Yep.
And so I appreciate you coming on, bro, and sharing your heart and your thought. I hope your family is okay. Excuse me.
Everybody's fine. I mean, we're removed from that area about 2 miles.
Yeah. Okay.
But it's impacted, the whole city, the whole region, really.
Everywhere, bro. I mean, I just got back in town today at 5, but I seen pictures of that vigil, and everybody from every part of Buffalo, and even some people from outside the city, were packed in that small little area over there on Jefferson today, mourning for and with the families, different community leaders out there. I'm just hoping to see some kind of energy that kind of uses this as a catalyst for more activity among the activists, and faith-based parts of the community to be more seen, to be more relevant, and to not just show up after tragedy happens, but to ingratiate yourselves in a community just to say, hey, we here. So when you do show up after tragedy happens, people expect to see you because y'all the people who in the community showing love to it all the time, consistently, right, in the name of what you claim to believe and hold dear. So, hey, good brother, I appreciate you coming on, man, and sharing your heart. It's important because this your city. It's a lot of people tonight who might listen in and may not respect all of our opinions. And I don't really give a damn because they not from here.
I don't either.
So, hey, bro, I love you, homie. Good
love
to see
you too, bro.
Man. Reach out.
Thanks for doing this tonight. Appreciate it.
No doubt, my guy. Y'all, that's my man. Yo, that's my guy, Fudge there. Yo, that's crazy. He was one of the guys early back when I first started giving my music over to the Lord. That was one of the dudes who was encouraging me that, yo, you could be something. Hey, and you know what's funny? He told me back in 2015, I believe, he said, yo, Zay, hey, man, you getting good at what you're doing. I wouldn't be surprised if one day you was signed to God Over Money. He was close. It just wasn't me. It was AI. It was Anomaly. I went with Hog Mob. She got signed to God Over Money. But I remember him saying 7-8 years ago, hey, man, y'all keep doing what y'all doing, putting on for the city. I won't be surprised if some of those bigger entities would, want to team up with you guys. And so he's been one who has encouraged us in the thing before. Hey, any of y'all like my music? Any of you like my music? He encouraged me in what I do. He encouraged AI in what she do way before any of y'all ever heard of us and knew we existed. So I'm glad of the diversity tonight. Two of our Caucasian brothers from the city of Buffalo who are believers. Y'all heard from me, my sis. We're so-called African Americans who are believers. Don't forget, this is the Bible Dojo. I'm waxing poetic and I'm pissed and I feel some kind of way, but this is about my city. I don't give a damn about your view about, this or that and white people and black people. I don't give a damn about none of that. Because I'm going to tell you some of the most philanthropic people in my city who help my community, they're Caucasian, as well as African Americans of great prestige who are always active in this place. You know what I mean? And I ain't gonna crap, but I do feel that India Walton should have been mayor during this time. That's all I'm gonna say. Salute to Byron. I ain't got no hate for Byron, but he been mayor too long. He lost the primary, and then y'all know what happened? Republicans were so afraid of a black woman who was a Democratic socialist that Republicans got behind that write-in ballot for Byron Brown. But hey, that's their right. They're citizens. But India Brown should have been mayor right now during this tragedy. So with that being said, and for those of y'all who don't know, that's local politics and this, that, and the third. I just wanted to come on tonight because I wanted to just share my heart with y'all. You know what I'm saying? All of this gaslighting and red herring narratives that can come out of something like this. And the reason I get to talk about it is because when it's happening in other cities and we hear about it on the news, we gaslight. Like Willie D said, y'all seen the Willie D post I showed? Oh, white man come and shoot up black folk and ain't a scratch on him when he get arrested. Kill that narrative and just showed y'all the brother Frank, the 62-year-old black man who over a month or two ago shot 10 people on the damn subway in New York City. People, what we don't remember that? People don't remember that kind of stuff, huh? It hurt, huh? Let me show y'all something that happened in my city because y'all may not know about it. but it's something that had happened over some years. And I remember when this guy was finally caught, and the fear that was in the city. And if this young man is still alive and in the prison system, I really hope he's repentant. And I hope that he works to try to steer others from going the direction he did, being lost in his evil at such a young age, running through the streets of my city, being a young terrorist. Y'all see this right here? Buffalo teen charged with shooting 8 people. He went on a killing spree that was over a couple of years, and the police was looking for him. And when they caught him, they was able to tie him to 8 different shootings. Out of them 8 shootings, 2 people wind up dying. So he shot 8 people and got charged with the murder of 2, but you know, attempt murders and all of that stuff come with it. And when that young man got caught and arrested in 2016, he was 19 years old. So they was looking for him for 2 years, and he done shot 8 people. But he wasn't the only one doing that. And everywhere he did it was right in the city. And look at this. Wait, hold on. I want y'all to see what the mayor said back in 20. It says, a Buffalo teen is accused of shooting 8 people, killing 2 of them since October 2014. Diamond Lewis, 19, accused of shooting 8 different people at 4 different locations in Buffalo. 2 of the victims died. This one individual negatively affected a lot of lives throughout the community. Y'all know that's the same thing the mayor said today. He said the same thing. It was just different. This time you could tie it to some, you know, the young white male, white supremacy in his heart, the evil, this, that, and the third. Look at this. The second, his first homicide was on October 14, 2014. The victim, David Skipper Jr., 22, shot on Herb Street. The second homicide on Warren Street, July 6, 2015. Alonzo Scott, 18, one of 5 people shot that day. Scott died and another man was paralyzed. On August 13, 2015, Lewis is alleged to have fired several shots from a vehicle at Plater and Kent Street, targeting a man but striking an 18-year-old female bystander. Officials say a 13-year-old girl was shot on January 25, 2016 on Fillmore Avenue when Lewis allegedly fired into a group of people. So what I'm saying to you all is that the things that can make communities fearful, the things that cause trouble and angst and worry and concern in my community, it's going to be this kind of stuff that got the community scared before what happened yesterday, and the stuff that's about to happen over this damn summer in my city is what's going to have the community on edge and afraid. You understand that? I know some people who don't like to hear it because they mad because they heard white supremacy was attached to this particular evil. So they want you to come and wax poetic about white folk and how what they doing to us and this, that, and the third. I'm not about to take this one young white male and make him the poster child for how white people feel about black people. Just as I'm not going to take these guys. Hold on. I'm about to show my age, and some of y'all going to show y'all age. Who remembers this? Who remembers this? And I'm going to go to Wikipedia for this one. This ain't even rocket science. Look at this. Y'all remember this? Let me go to Wikipedia right quick. And I'm going to end it here for the night. Look at this. Any of y'all remember this? Do you remember where you were in 2002 when you heard about this and everybody automatically, especially the black community, what did we thought happened? We thought a white man was running around shooting at people in the Beltway area, killing people. The DC sniper attacks. And guess what? Willie D and everybody else, when they caught John Lee Malvo, when they caught Lee Malvo and John Muhammad, they didn't get beat to death by the police either. When they got caught, they gave up, and they came in unscratched too, Willie D and everybody else who want to make it seem that because the guy was white police didn't beat him up. Well, I got so many examples of mass killing mass killing where black folk are involved. And when they were caught by the police, they gave up. Police just arrested them and they did the perp walk on TV too, not beat up by the police. So stop using that narrative. Yes, it's a fact that that young man yesterday in my city had white supremacy in his heart and came here and murdered people who did nothing wrong to him in my community. But don't try to taint the work that need to be done in my community by trying to twist this narrative, because now you're going to make it seem like the police officers who was arresting the young white male yesterday in the parking lot of the damn store was like friends to him. They felt sorry for him that this poor white young boy then came and did this, and we don't want to harm you. Get that crap out of here. And whoever running that narrative on these platforms like Spaces and like what I'm on right now with Clubhouse and YouTube and all that, yo, they are not the people to listen to. Remember the DC sniper attacks? A series of coordinated shootings that occurred over 3 weeks in October 2002 in the District of Columbia, Maryland, and Virginia. 10 people killed and 3 others critically wounded along Interstate 95 in Virginia. And guess what? John Allen Muhammad had the young boy Lee Malvo, 17, doing all the clapping. And then y'all remember they left the DC area and went to other places around the country. And they wanted to start a race war. Y'all, do y'all remember what pushed the DC snipers? When John Allen Muhammad admitted he was trying to start a race war. So at first they just wanted to, they were just targeting white people. No, any of y'all feel sorry for the white people? Young girl going to her grandmama house, knocking on the door out of nowhere. Boom, she's shot from a damn sniper rifle far away. And this brother, this 41-year-old man at the time got that 17-year-old to go out with him and start killing and robbing. Once they left that area on the run, they committed murders and robberies in Alabama, Arizona, Florida, Georgia, Louisiana, Texas, Washington State. They was visiting John Muhammad's sister. She didn't know. Yo, nobody knew that the DC snipers were black because they thought it was one person, didn't know it was 2. And he drove all the way to Arizona to visit his sister, and they just randomly killed somebody in Arizona. So, and then they leave. Sister done got no clue. They hearing somebody got sniped on the news. She ain't got no damn clue it's her brother and this young boy with him. And when they got caught, they weren't beat to death by the police. Kill the narrative, people. All of this is wicked. I'm against everything I read today. All of it. And I get to wax poetic tonight because of what happened in my city. And the 60 or 70 texts and Facebook messages. And yo, Ak, you all right? I appreciate all of that. So guess what? I was able to come on here tonight and run my trap. But outside of running my trap in this narrative, myself, AI, and other people in my city, and my brother Fudge, who came on tonight, I'm telling y'all, these are people who are active in the city. I done seen that. I ain't gotta like what he said. I ain't got no problem with anything he said. I done been in South Buffalo with that man. I done been around the poor white section of Buffalo. And they just like us in many respects when it comes to them being poverty, low education rates, a lot of alcoholism and drug addiction. They just don't shoot up their side of town as much as we do on our side of town. I'm just being honest. Every now and again, they do some evil to each other out there. But the narrative, if y'all would have seen Buffalo over this weekend, it ain't just black folk in a rage. Just like when all of these Black Lives Matter protests was happening. It wasn't just black people out there marching. Kill that narrative. It's people who hate this, man, of all ethnicities. But shout out to my man Lavoisier. He always had a little saying, when America get a cold, black people get the flu. That's all. So since y'all paying attention to the flu that Buffalo, New York caught this weekend, I felt it an opportunity to come to talk to y'all about how I really feel, so you ain't gotta wonder. All right? That's how I feel. That's how I feel. And now I desire to be outside over this summer, trying to be more proactive along with whoever being proactive in this city. So Any of you Buffalonians watching right now, listening right now, or if you catch this on the replay, there's a lot of things that are happening right now. Keep your ears open, share the information that can be helpful, especially when it comes to how people are trying to come together and do some things to help with the food insecurity. That's now even more heightened because the only grocery store that really is on the east side of Buffalo is shut down. And what's so crazy, many of y'all don't know, that's the Tops Plaza. Right across from Tops is the Family Dollar Plaza. If he would have ran from Tops and ran across the street, it's possible he would have got in a shootout with some young boys who would have came running from different blocks, because now the hood was starting to hear what's happening. And before the police got there, he would have probably got some more. But I'm telling y'all, it's some young men in that community who would have came outside with AR-15s and stuff too. I know they there because I know that community. And just the plaza, because security and stuff is at the Tops Plaza, there's a lot of other activity that happened right across the street at the Family Dollar Plaza. And for those who from Buffalo and you know about Utica, you know about Laurel and Jefferson, y'all know what I'm talking about. And if that would have continued for minutes and minutes, it would have got even worse and more people would have died. So in the unfortunate scenario, I'm glad it ended as soon as it did. And I'm glad that he gave himself up to police. And I'm so thankful that 14 or 15 or 20 people weren't shot by him, because damn it, one was too much. Saints, that's all I got to say on this, man. Keep your ear to the street. And for those who are in the Buffalo area or even the surrounding areas, Hog Mob Ministries is we're gonna get busy. We're looking to do something for the community, try to bring some people in the community together for the voices that don't usually get heard. Not the mayor, not the big pastors in the city, but other people in the city who got some way that they feel about this. And we want to come together, and we got the right to do something too, as well as if we can be helpful to some of the bigger names and organizations in the city who might be getting together to do some things. So yeah, y'all, we busy out here. Once again, this was a very tragic weekend in America on many levels, but for the things that hit the news, the mass shooting in the Milwaukee Friday, what happened here in my city yesterday, and today, mass shooting in Houston, another one in California. My condolences and prayers for those communities as well. All right, y'all. I'm out.